Hey everybody, welcome. It is Friday, July 3rd, and I'm really excited to be here with you today for this live stream. And I'm sure that we have some people who are going to be filtering into the room. I see already a few people that I know. I wanted to welcome number one, the lovely and talented Joselle Tech, who is a partner at Verhel, my branding agency, and will be moderating this group here today. So there's a few bookkeeping things we got to take care of. Number one, I want to make sure the stream is working. So if it's working, Joselle, give me a thumbs up so I can close my browser over here. And also, I wanted to, one of the things we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be sharing with you a very interesting kind of secret development that is going to be happening in the Brand Design Masters Facebook group. And I'm not seeing my feed come through here on my YouTube page, so it has me a little concerned. JT, let me know in Messenger if you can see me, if my feed's working. Maybe it's because I didn't hit play. Yes, it is. Okay, so let me close this window. So how are you guys today? Thanks for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. We're going to be talking about video today and how you can use video in order to market both for yourself and for your clients. And so a few things I wanted to talk about. But I was mentioning I'm going to share a little bit of interesting kind of new secret tool that we've developed within the Brand Design Masters Facebook group. And if any of you don't know, we have started it's a private group, private Facebook group. It's called Brand Design Masters, and it is. Sorry, hold on a second. You have to apply to join. You have to answer a couple questions in order to get in. The group is primarily for creative professionals and entrepreneurs, and it is. It's growing very quickly. It's so far extremely successful, and people inside of it are really liking it. We've had some requests from inside that group for some specific things, and we have the Skunkworks Laboratory of Brand Design Masters and Verhel Brand Design have been working diligently on putting together something that I think is going to be very, very interesting for the people who are inside the Brand Design Masters Facebook group. Hey Vince, hey Laura, Rich, good to see you. Dason from Motion Master Templates is here. Hashem is here. Mike is here. Blake, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me. Blake's from the Philippines. Joselle's from the Philippines. Philippines in the house. Okay, so we're starting this Brand Design Master. We've started this Brand Design Masters Facebook group, and it's been really amazing so far. And we've developed something for inside of that, which I'm going to announce at the end of this live. And I think you're all going to be very interested in it. It's kind of unusual for a Facebook group, but it's going to be an incredibly useful tool for everybody who's a member. And so if you are not a member of the Brand Design Masters Facebook group, please head over to facebook.com/groups, Brand Design Masters, and fill out the application form. It's very simple. It's just a couple questions, but we would love to have you inside. It's a very vibrant community. It's growing quickly. And so we hope that you will join us over there. And also, at the end of this, I got to take this off. At the end of this live, we'll be taking some questions. So if you have any questions as we go through the content today that I'm sharing with you, just type question in all caps in the comment section, and Joselle Tech, the moderator, will capture that question and feed it to me through another source where I can see all the questions in one big list easily, so I don't have to scroll all the way back through the comments. So if you have a question as we're going along, just type question in all caps, and Joselle will grab that for later. Or you can write it down and remember it and ask it later. So that's a little bit of that housekeeping. I wanted to share one thing that is the Bring Your Own Laptop training with Daniel Scott. And Daniel is a very good friend of mine. He has sponsored a few of my videos and been involved in a few of my videos. And Daniel hosts one of the best Adobe training websites on the web. It's subscription based. At the moment, I think it's only $12 a month, which is totally insane. He is one of the best trainers. He's a certified Adobe instructor. He speaks at the Adobe Max conference, keynotes there. So the guy knows exactly what he's talking about. My wife has been taking Illustrator classes recently through Daniel and says he's just incredible. And also one of my mastermind group, one of my guild members, has been taking his Premiere courses through that to learn video editing. Makes sense for today, right? Learning video editing. And she is just blowing through his courses and says they're fantastic. So if you are interested in some Adobe training, go to byol.me/Philip. It's an affiliate link. I get a couple bucks for sending you there. But that's how you can support me, and that's how you can support yourself in continuing to learn and grow in what you do as a creative professional or entrepreneur. So check out byol.me/Philip. That will come back on the screen a couple times. But if you are interested in learning anything Adobe, Daniel is the place to go. All right. Who else is in the house? John's in the house. Good to see you. High Ridge Garage, Debasis Kayal, Margaret is in the house. And Cecilia, Aaron, great to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. John already has the questions coming out. John's a good question guy. He's always asking questions. Okay, so let me see. What else do we have to talk about a little bit? I wanted to show you something very cool. One of my friends, one of my mastermind group members, Dason Ortiz, who runs Motion Master Templates, who's actually here in the chat, or he was at the very beginning, he developed a lower third for me, which is this that you're seeing on the screen. It's a Twitter animation. It's called Lower Third, comes in the lower third of the screen. And he's going to be creating a number of these for me for use in my lives and also in my YouTube videos. And Dason's an incredibly talented animator, and he sells templates for video animation programs, mostly Premiere, I believe. Correct me, Dason. Anyway, he developed that for me. He's going to be developing a bunch more, but he sells templates, and he also does done-for-you services with animations like this Twitter animation. And so I thought that was very cool. I wanted to share it. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's my handle, and I thought I would share that. He's just started doing that, so I don't even think he has a landing page up for the service yet, but it's coming. But check out his website. Excellent. And there's no affiliate there. I'm just plugging him because I know he's great. He uses Final Cut Pro, so he sells templates for Final Cut Pro, Apple's motion software. Okay, see that in the chat. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about video today. You guys know it. I know. Wait. First, I love doing this. I'm such a geek. Skycam. I know people don't like the Skycam. I do. I like seeing kind of a broader swath. That way you can see Buck, my mascot Buck, and you can see my YouTube 100,000 subscriber silver award that I just got. As I'm just about to hit 200,000 subscribers, YouTube just sent me my 100,000 subscriber plaque. So I'm very proud of that. It's up on my wall. Couldn't help but share. That is what comes from showing up and doing really hard work over a number of years using video. So let's talk about video. The world has moved to video. It used to be that people were saying the world is moving to video. Everything's going to be video. Blah, 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 blah. X percentage by this date. Hello, we are already there. And even more so now, I think because of the world of COVID and Zoom and all of that stuff, everything, the world is operating on video right now online. Like that's how we do our jobs. That's how we communicate. That's how we do everything. The world is on video. It is very, very important that you guys as business people, business owners, entrepreneurs, creative professionals get onto video, either producing it for yourself in your own content or learning like Final Cut Pro or Apple's Motion, some sort of ScreenFlow, any kind of video editing software, so you can get on board with leveraging video as a product, as a service for your own marketing, for your clients' marketing. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I wanted to talk to you about video and how you can leverage video for marketing. And when I say it's for marketing, it's not just for you and your personal brand and your personal brand content. It is also for your clients. Even if you don't want to do it for yourself, offering video and video knowledge about how you can market with video to your clients is really, really handy, and it will take you to the next level in your business. It will give you another product or service that you can sell on top of graphic design, on top of animation, on top of photography, on top of whatever it is that you do. You can layer video on top of that. How you take your general baseline creative product and how you use video to create another format for whatever your base product is. Now, I wanted to share a personal story with you, and this is really, really important. I had something happen to me in the last couple of years that I never thought was going to happen, and it illustrates the power of video, like how exponentially important it is. And so what I did was, a number of years ago, in 2017, actually, I just went back and checked. In 2017, I created a video called "What Does a Creative Director Do?" Right? Proved to be a pretty popular video. It's got like 100,000 views, right? Over 3 years. But here's the thing, because Google owns YouTube, the two biggest search engines in the world are Google and YouTube. YouTube is an education platform, but it is the second largest search engine in the world next to Google. Now, here's the real important part for you, for anyone who's doing video, is that if you do video and you post it on YouTube and you do it consistently and you start to rank or get views within YouTube, it will elevate your Google search results on your name, on your content, on your company, on your agency. It will elevate you on Google as well as YouTube. And I'm going to show you an example of this, and I'm not really tooting my own horn, but I am to an extent, but I'm not. I'm really trying to show you just an example of something that I didn't expect to happen, but when it happened, I was kind of blown away. All right, I got to back up. No, I'm going to go forward. This is what we're doing, 12 ways to use video marketing today. But here's the image, which is very small. You can see it up here. But essentially, this is a screenshot of Google search. And I searched the word creative director. That's it, just creative director on Google Images. And what comes up? In the very first row, the thumbnail for my video, "What Does a Creative Director Do?" is in the top. It used to be actually, a couple of years ago, it was number 1 in the image search on all of Google for the word creative director. My video thumbnail was up there, and then after that was like 10 zillion black and white pictures of really famous creative directors. But what this illustrates is it illustrates the power of YouTube and Google as an interlocking mechanism to elevate what you do in search. And so Google recognized that my video on creative directorship was trending. People liked it. And so when you search creative director, and if you search creative director, it doesn't happen this way anymore, I don't think, but on just Google will give you 2 or 3 results, and then it gives you like 3 videos, right? For almost anything that you search, it'll give you a video that relates to it. And so my video showed up there within the first 3 videos on just the search of creative director. Now, it's not like I got 10 million views on this video. And at the time that this started happening, I had only been on YouTube for 2 years, year and a half, maybe. And so that shows the power of video in regards to how it can affect your search results. So I'm going to turn that off right now. So you got to be on it. And here's the thing. It's not just YouTube. There are a million video platforms. There's Vimeo. You can use video on Facebook. Everybody's added video onto their platform. LinkedIn has gotten heavily into video. They have educational video as well as videos in the feed. Twitter, Pinterest is like gotten crazy into video. I don't know if you've been on Pinterest recently, but if you go on Pinterest, every like 10th tile is an autoplay advertisement video now. Like there's tons of movement on Pinterest. Instagram stories, IGTV, obviously. Website, tons, hundreds of websites that are only video based, things like Dailymotion, which are, kind of news-ish, meme sites that are featured only video. And here's the thing, it's not just really well produced, really well executed and designed videos. Like on Dailymotion, viral videos show up, obviously, like, news things, but also videos that are very simply produced. You don't have to produce incredibly polished, edited soundtrack, graphics types of videos for them to be effective as marketing. And I'm going to talk more about that as we get into the 12 ways you can use video for marketing. You can use video at any level of polish. And in some cases, the lower level of polish of the video, the more effective it is in certain regards. And I'll talk about that too. So as entrepreneurs and creative professionals, we have to know video in order to survive. So let's talk now about 12 ways that you can use video in your marketing. And we'll go to the Skycam, 12 ways that you can use video in your marketing for yourself and for others. All right. Okay, here's the deal. Now I'm going to turn on my little slides so it'll kind of give me an idea of where I'm going with this. Okay. So, is this you, right? Do you have a business, an agency, a freelance practice? Are you up and running? Are you going? Do you have a website, social media presence? Do you have clients? Do you have a product and service in the market? Do you have some sort of going concern, whether you're a creative pro or whether you're an entrepreneur and you have some sort of other type of business? But that's what you have. What do you want? You want more engagement. Everyone wants more brand engagement. You want to build a tribe. You want to get followers. You want to get subscribers. You want to get likes. You want to get comments. You want to keep people's attention. When it comes down to it, as branding people and creatives, and also as business people in general, we are not in the product and service business. We are in the attention business. It's all about keeping people's attention on us. It's an attention economy. So video, moving things, grab attention. It's just the nature of, the deepest reptilian DNA that we have. We see something moving and our eye goes there. That's why video is being leveraged like crazy. So it is time to grow your business building engagement by utilizing video to gain more attention. So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about the first way that video can help you market. Let me just pause there before we get into it. Is everyone following? Is everyone good? To Catch Me Official, John. Welcome, Laura. Jamela is here. Awesome. Jamela is in the Brand Design Masters Facebook. Great to see you. I'm really happy to see everybody here. And like I said before, if you have any questions as I'm going through this content that you want to get answered afterwards, please type the word question in all caps. Joselle Tech, the lovely and beautiful, talented Joselle Tech will capture that. Shoot it to me over on Facebook Messenger. I'll capture all the questions and I will answer any questions at the end. One other thing I just wanted to mention is that you may notice on Facebook in the chat window, at the bottom, there is a little gray $sign. That little gray $sign is for Super Chat. Super Chat is a way to donate to the cause. It's a way to leave a tip in the tip jar. If you like what I share here for free and it is of value to you and it is helping you in your business, I encourage you to try to just donate a little bit in the tip jar. I would really appreciate it. Anything helps. And also, Super Chat, what that does is if you donate, your question gets shot to the top and I answer those first. And Joselle will make sure to tag those Super Chat because they're the ones that I'm going to go for first. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. So number one, putting a face on the company. What video does is it people, Chris Ducker, my good friend Chris Ducker of Youpreneur, talks about P2P marketing, people to people marketing. People do business with people. People don't like to do business with businesses. They don't like to do business with faceless entities. What video does is it puts a face on your business. If you're an entrepreneur, solopreneur, or a personal brand, your brand is your face. But if you have a company or you're helping a company as a client that doesn't have a face or a person out there who is the face of the company, video helps put a face on that company because people do business with people. It gives people an opportunity to see what you look like, to see what you sound like, to see what your mannerisms are, whether you come across as serious or lighthearted, whether they like you or not, because people do business with people they like, know, and trust. Video gives people a chance to know you, gives them a chance to get to know you and like you and trust you. And that's how you get new business. All right. So number one is it puts a face on your company. Number two, another way to use video for marketing is by sharing testimonials. Now, and this is kind of goes into where it doesn't have to be super highly produced. Using video of other people talking about your product or service or their experience in working with you is the best kind of marketing that you can get. When you're promoting your business through paid advertising or content or whatever that is, people will see it as promotion. They see it as advertising. People can smell advertising and promotion a mile away. But when advocacy comes to you or testimonials about doing business with you are what's promoting you to the world, people will trust that more than anything else. It's just like Amazon reviews, right? You read through the Amazon. I just bought a pool floaty, right? It had 17,000 positive reviews. It was 14.5 on the 4.5 on the 5-star scale, and it had 17,000 reviews. So I bought the pool floaty. I trusted a lot of people saying it was a freaking awesome pool floaty, right? That's how it works. And so testimonials, video testimonials can work that way. And it's very easy for you to find either a client, customer, or one of your clients and just say, could you record me a 30-second, a 1-minute quick video on your phone explaining what your experience in doing business with my company was, or what experience you had in terms of the work that I provided you. Put that on your website. Share it on social. Put together a little group of those clips together. And that is the best kind of marketing that you can have. And let me tell you a little story about my days in the agency world. When I was working for a global agency, we were pitching a global pet food company. And we were presenting design work, actually, in the presentation. And we went into the pet food store that sold this company's food, and we interviewed just some random shoppers in the aisle about what they thought about this particular category of pet supply. And so it was just like these, mom and pop people, normal people talking about this particular type of product in the store. And we kind of edited together a few of those snippets of sound bites, and we put that into the pitch presentation. And when we showed this to the CCO and the CEO of the company, when we got to the end of that 40-minute pitch presentation, the only thing that those people could talk about were those random in-aisle interviews that we did with consumers, because they're people and they are true feelings and advocacy or not advocacy or criticism from the people who are actually buying the products that they sell. And it was incredibly moving from them. More moving than probably our credentials presentation or our strategic credentials presentation. They were moved by the words of the people in the store. It's the same reason that focus groups are so impactful to companies to make decisions around what they're doing with new products, new services, changes, rebranding, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, testimonials, super powerful. Okay, moving on. Number 3. Sorry, I got to click the number 3. Take a little drink. How are we doing? Everyone, we're all right? Peter can't spell. All right. You know what? It's hot in here because I'm in my office, but it's a observed holiday in the United States. It's also about 90 degrees here on the East Coast. And they don't have the air conditioning on because this rented office building is not technically open today. And so it's really hot in here. And so I'm sorry, I'm sweating a little bit. I'm just being honest. Okay. Number 3, share behind the scenes stuff. Again, like I was talking about at the very beginning, when you are doing video, it's incredibly important that you are authentic, you share your process, and that you're transparent. You can do this through personal video vlogging, or you can do it through sharing what you do, sharing behind the scenes of what you do. And again, lets people get to know you, see you, hear you, get to like you. But it also shows that you're a real person, and it shows that what goes on behind the scenes. Because a lot of times clients want to know what goes behind the scenes. One of the hesitation that people have about sharing behind the scenes stuff is that they're going to be sharing their secrets or their process. And when people see what they do, they're going to say, oh, I can do it myself. Actually, the opposite is true. What happens is when people or possible clients or prospects see what it is behind the scenes, they are intrigued by it, and they start to value more highly what it is that you do. And they start to appreciate what you do as being not as easy as they thought it was. The interesting thing is that when you keep when you show work to a client, or you're doing work for any kind of client, if you keep it behind the curtain and don't show them what's going on or don't share the process with them, and you rely on this big reveal, this big ta-da, right? It used to be that the big ta-da, the old madman, here is our new advertising campaign. It used to be that worked. It doesn't really work that much anymore in the creative economy. What really works is co-creation with your client and bringing them into the creative process and showing them behind the scenes how things work, what you do, how you think, what the process is. Really brings them into that process, and they want to be part of it. One of the things about being a creative professional is that when you're working with clients, generally what you do is the coolest part of their day. And if you keep them behind the curtain and away from it, they're not going to feel as involved and feel as invested in it, in the process. And so I always encourage a level of co-creation, transparency, authenticity, sharing process in order to get clients really wedded to you and really connected with the process. So share behind the scenes stuff. And the other thing is that your own network, your own cohorts, your own people in your own industry, your own category, they will also get to know you better and want to work with you more, possibly want to work with you, want to share you and your skill set and your abilities with other clients that maybe they can't help, but you could. It's also a kind of a great networking tool, is opening up and showing that behind the scenes stuff. It's hard though, because it takes a lot of guts. It makes you feel kind of naked, but it can really yield great results. Okay, here's number 4. How are we doing out there? Everything good? Super chat. Michael, you rock. Open the window. Michael, it's hotter outside than it is in here. Yeah. Anyway, okay, number 4. Number 4 is ask and answer questions. One of the techniques that you can use in marketing is to, you can do a Q&A, right? AMA, like I do here. Like at the end, you guys ask questions. I do my best to answer them. Try to be helpful. You can also use the ask and answer methodology, but to set up that kind of ask-answer dynamic, but have it be manufactured. Essentially, you are deciding what questions that you're going to have asked, and then you answer those questions. If you have frequently asked questions about your business, you have a FAQ page on your website, or your client has an FAQ page on their website. Take those FAQs, interview somebody, have them answer the question. We frequently get asked X, and here's what we have to say about that. Blah, 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 right? The ask and answer. Because people feel like a lot of people have that question, or they want to know how you think, how you respond to questions about your business, about your category. You can also ask and answer questions about the news. So maybe there's some, news, or there's trend, or some new development in your industry that's really important, and people in your category or business are really caring about that thing. They want to really know. There are a lot of people on YouTube who take advantage of trend topics or news topics. For instance, I don't know, Apple's just recently decided to get out of Intel chips and use their own chips, right? And there are tech people freaking out about that. There are a lot of regular Apple users who are saying, should I buy a laptop now? Should I buy one later? Is it going to be a couple of years till the bugs are worked out? Like, what should I do? It's a trending topic. People are curious. Ask and answer those questions. Take advantage of the hotness of the topic to get attention, to gather eyeballs. Of course, you don't want to do it just to do it. You want to do it if you feel like you have something to add to the conversation. But ask and answer around questions about your business, your category, or the news, or frequently asked questions from your client or from your own services is a great way to utilize video for marketing. All right. It establishes you as an expert, as the go-to person. I'll just segue just for a second. One of the things that my YouTube channel here on YouTube does is I share everything I know. I share all of the tricks and tools and methodologies and stuff that I've learned in my 30 years in the industry with businesses, creative pros, to help them succeed and grow. What has that done? It has established me more as a recognized expert in my field. Starting my podcast, same thing. Starting my Facebook group, same thing. It is shown that I am one of the go-to people in my industry who's hooked into this stuff. And when people do come to me who want to work with me, they already feel like they know me. They already feel like they trust me. They already trust that I know what I'm talking about because I have been answering and addressing these questions, these concerns, these news items, these category topics for a long time. I have been doing that in order to market my services, my personal brand, my agency. And it works. So just a personal example. Number 5 is, and this, I was just talking to someone about this in my paid mastermind group called The Guild. And with that, I'm going to have a little plug. Here we go. Okay. I got to turn this off. The Brand Design Masters Guild is a paid mastermind group that I run. We have one going right now. It has 8 to 10 people in it. And they are, sorry, one of my lights is flickering. It's a mastermind group that runs for 12 weeks. It has, we meet for an hour a week. We have a private Facebook group where all interaction takes place in between meetings. And we also, all of those Zoom calls are videotaped and available as an archive for the next year following the actual mastermind. The Guild number 1 has launched. We're about halfway through. People are loving it. There are actually some people who are part of that guild who are here in the chat right now. Peter Lewis, I hope you don't mind me outing you, is a member of the guild. And there are incredible things happening in that guild. So I'm actually going to be launching Guild number 2, the second iteration of the guild. A second group, going to run similar way, but it's going to be a separate group of people. If you're interested in it, it's a paid group, runs for 12 weeks, as I said. But then that Facebook group is open for a year after that. It's $1,497, so $1,497. And if you are interested in it and want to apply, go to tinyurl.com/BDM-mastermind. And you can fill out a application form. It's essentially it's an information gathering form. about your business, where you want to take it, what's happening with it. And then if you're open to joining the Guild, we will, at the tail end of that form, you'll have an opportunity to schedule a one-on-one Zoom meeting with me to talk about your candidacy for joining the Guild. I would love to talk to you if it's something that you think that might be helpful to you. I've done a number of videos on masterminds, so if you're interested in learning more about masterminds, you can check those out. Or you can also join the Brand Design Masters Facebook group, and I'm in there a lot. If you have any questions about the mastermind or what goes on in them, I will happily connect with you in there. But definitely, if you're interested in joining a really amazing group of people to skyrocket your business to the next level, check out the Brand Design Masters Guild. And go to this URL, answer some questions, and then we can have one-on-one and talk about it. Okay, segue back out. So number 5, as I said, I was just talking to someone about this in the mastermind group yesterday, which is one of the great things about video, and one of the great ways that you can use video to market your or anybody else's business, is that by utilizing it, you are essentially cataloging your knowledge. You're creating an archive of what you know, what you do, your products, your services, your expertise. The more video that you produce, the more you add to that library. It is literally like a bookshelf of information. And here's the thing. It's not just the life of the video that benefits you in terms of marketing, but it is also the gathering of that information that you can then down the road repurpose. The other thing about video that's pretty amazing, and you saw this in that very first example that I shared with you, video goes on paying dividends in terms of marketing for years after you do it. That creative director video still gets a couple thousand views a week. It still is ranking me on the top 4 or 5 images on Google image search for the word creative director. I produced that video 3 years ago. Okay, let that sink in. That video that I produced 3 years ago is still putting it on the top of Google image search for creative director. Mind blowing. That's the power of video. And it's by cataloging all of my knowledge. And I've got 200 videos out there right now. And not every video is ranking like that, but because I kept producing those videos and archiving that knowledge, some of them hit and some of them pop up in tops of Google search because of that. And that is a massive marketing win. That's what developing video can do. It shows what you know, shows it's not easy to do, but you're creating a library that you can then repurpose. And there are about 1 million ways you can repurpose video. One is that you can transcribe it using rev.com or any number of transcription services. You can have it rewritten into an article and post that article on LinkedIn. You can capture all of those transcriptions and put them into a book or some sort of lead magnet. You can use the content from those videos and the writing in them to create infographics. You can, read those transcriptions and turn it into an audio podcast, or just take the audio from the video and put it into a podcast. The first season of my podcast, most of it is repurposed interviews from my YouTube interview shows. You can use them in Instagram stories. Essentially, what I'm saying is, by doing video is probably the most repurposable medium for producing any kind of content and any kind of knowledge library. Catalogs your knowledge. It's a great power of video in marketing. Thanks a lot, Peter. I appreciate that super chat, and I appreciate the endorsement of the Guild. The Guild is. I knew it was going to be amazing, Peter, but every single meeting that we have, I am even more amazed by what happens. And this is just a little aside because you're a captive audience. Is that there's something that happened as soon as everybody signed up for the Guild, before we even had our first meeting, right? These 10 people made a commitment They paid to be part of the guild. They made a serious commitment in the growth of their business. And in the 2 weeks leading up to the very first meeting, 3, if not 4 people of the guild members experienced major bumps in their business. One, who hadn't even launched her agency yet, got her biggest client, got a new client, a national bank that she had not even pitched. It just came to her. Another one got her biggest client outside of the category she works in. Another person got a new business big client that she wasn't expecting. And I called it the guild effect. I feel like when people make a commitment to grow their business in a concerted way, there's almost like a manifestation that happens. I know it's very woo-woo and you might not believe in this junk. I do. When you make a commitment mentally and set yourself to a purpose, things will manifest themselves in your lives. And this happened to 3 people out of 9 of the paid members of the group within the 2 weeks prior to the group even starting. The guild effect is real, and I know that Peter will attest to that. Okay, let's jump into number 6. Number 6 is explainer videos. Just like education, offering instruction about your products and services can really help your business. And one of the things I'm asked a lot, I was asked this a whole lot at the beginning of my channel, was like, why are you sharing all of these practices and processes and things that you do in strategic branding with the world? Like, aren't these people just going to go off and do this on their own? And here's the thing, they don't. You would think, though, I share very how-to ways of like doing brand strategy. But what people realize when you do that is that it's really important to do. It has an amazing impact on your business, and that it ain't easy. So people may see it, understand it better, appreciate its value, but they don't want to do it themselves. And who are they going to come to when they need it done for their business? You, because you already showed that you knew exactly how to do it and what it could do for people's businesses. So explainer videos, instructional videos of your product or service will elevate people's comprehension of what you do, appreciation for what you do, and it establishes you as the person to come and do it. Now, I'm talking about all these things like it's just about you and your personal brand or your personal creative business or your agency. But here's the thing. All of these things that I'm talking about, you can also do for your clients. You can offer this knowledge and these processes up to your clients for them to do, and for you to lead them through, hold their hands through, design the process for them to do all of these things that I'm talking about as a product, as a service to your clients to help their businesses. Okay? So everything I'm talking about today is not just about what you can do for your business and how you can market your business with video or why it's so important, but it's also as a tool for you to be trained in how you can add this as a capability set in your own business to offer clients, right? Okay. Just want to make that really clear if I haven't beaten that horse enough in the video. All right. A couple examples that I wanted to share of explainer videos and their power. I bought a Thule bike rack for my Subaru. And it was, it has a lot of straps and it's kind of complicated, right? It attaches to the back hatchback of the Subaru. It's major manufacturer, Thule. And so I looked at the directions. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? And I went on YouTube and I said, Thule bike rack installation on Subaru Forester. And boom, there up popped this guy who is like installing my exact bike rack on my exact car, and he made it very, very easy. There are, having instruction videos make people appreciate you. And so I totally appreciated this guy. I subscribed to his channel. I was like, I don't know what this guy teaches other people how to do, but he's an awesome teacher and he solved a problem for me. Another one is in my past agency days, one of the things that we used to do with clients, we had a number of, cornerstone agency of record level Fortune 500 clients who we had ongoing relationships with. one of the things that we would do with them is that we would go in as the agency and we would give trainings in strategic branding, strategic design, product development, brand naming, brand packaging, all that sort of stuff. We would give detailed trainings to their product development and brand management teams on how to do what we did, so that they understood our processes, so they appreciated it, so they felt like partners in the process. And the more they understood it, the more they were invested in it, and the more we let them behind the curtain, the easier it was to work for them. The smoother it was to do the projects we did for them. The hardest client to get something through to is a client who doesn't understand what you're doing, has their own ideas about the fact that their 14-year-old daughter likes pink and thinks this is a cool illustration. The most troublesome client you have is a client who doesn't understand what you do, isn't involved in the process, and is on the receiving end of some big reveal where they're just getting dumped on and told to either like or accept something that they have no idea where it came from. So explainer videos get people over that hurdle. All right, how are we doing out there? Not quite losing my voice yet. But I hope you guys are getting something out of this. And give me a thumbs up. Mari, Joel, good to see you. Joel's from the Brand Design Masters Facebook group. He is awesome. Mari is awesome. Yeah, just let me know. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Okay, moving on. Number 7. Oops. Number 7 is do product reviews. Excuse me. Now, doing product reviews doesn't have to be your products. It could be products that you know about, you care about, or that you endorse or curate as being important things for whoever your viewers are, whoever your market is, whoever your client or your customer is. Curating and promoting quality things will reflect well on you. By bringing value to your viewer, customer, prospect in any regard, whether that is your product or service or anybody else's product or service, it will showcase your expertise at knowing what you're talking about. It will also establish I like to call it, and you've heard me use this phrase before, I call it subliminal reciprocity. If you give someone enough value over time, subliminally they want to give value back to you. They want to help you. You have established goodwill and brand equity within them. And that is what doing product reviews does. I did a video, I don't know, a year and a half ago on, maybe more, on 5 tools every graphic designer needs. It's turned out to be a very popular video. I should probably do another one on new tools. But people love to hear about tools and reviews, how you use them, how they help you, whether you think they're great or not, what they could do for them. They appreciate the recommendation. Doing product reviews is a great way to do video marketing without actually promoting yourself, promoting what you do. It's by proxy, by association, promoting your industry or category, what you do, but without having to blatantly promote yourself. And again, clients, if clients are in a particular industry, they might want to review things within their industry on their website, for their audience, for their YouTube audience. And they might draw in people who are interested in that category, that industry, but maybe don't even know about that company yet. But they do a search for, the best bike racks for Subaru. And your company who makes bike racks or makes the straps for bike racks has done a review of like the 5 best bike racks for cars. And people will come across and get to know your company and trust you because you brought something of value to them, right? Okay, so, sorry, back up. Next, SlideShare on steroids. What does SlideShare on steroids mean? Everyone who is a creative pro, everyone who's in business has some sort of presentation deck, right? You have a pitch deck, you have a capabilities deck, you have some sort of thing, PDF, pamphlet, booklet that you send out or that you give away or you offer on your website to get business. One of the things that you can use video for in marketing is to bring those printed things to life. And there are a ton of ways to do that now. And let me tell you just about a couple of them. There's a company called InVideo, which is it's an online software as a service, video editing and animation type of tool. You use stock video, you can add text to it. It's like Canva, but with video. And it's an incredible tool. And you can take information that's in a pamphlet, in a booklet, and you can bring it to life in video like a SlideShare or slideshow on steroids, an animated slideshow. You can also create actual just slideshows, but turn them into little videos and put them on Instagram or IGTV or LinkedIn. Have them, there's different ways to do slideshows on LinkedIn. You can do little slideshows that are like PDFs that people actually click and the pages go by, which is a new feature of LinkedIn's feed, which a lot of people aren't taking advantage of, but it's an incredible feature and you should know about it. So you should definitely go check that out. Slideshows on the LinkedIn feed. It's a great way to tell stories in slide form on social. But you can also create little movies of these sorts of things and in video or any of other Canva type platforms, video platforms, and take printed material, printed information that you have, maybe a page on your website, turn that into some sort of an animated video content piece and market your business with that. So think about how you could repurpose slide, PDF, pamphlet, printed, website, static information into video to make it more engaging, to gather eyeballs, to get more attention. That is a key way to use video for marketing, is to take printed material and to bring it over to video. All right. Man, it's really hot in here. I could turn my fan on, but there'd be a whole lot of background noise, so I don't want to do that with you. Okay. So another way you can use it is for personal communication, one-on-one communication. Everyone thinks about video as being like on YouTube, the one-to-many big audience kind of display of video. Video doesn't have to be just that. It doesn't have to be Vimeo. You post the link, hope 100 people go there and watch it. You can use video as an incredibly powerful marketing tool one-on-one. And that could be something as easy as using your phone with Facebook Messenger and recording a 1-minute video on your phone and sending it to somebody, a prospect, someone you work with, an old client, and just saying, "Hi, how you doing? I loved doing that project with you a year ago. I was thinking about you when I saw this article on so-and-so. I'll send you the link." Just make a personal connection. Make it authentic. Make it personal and casual. Like I said, it doesn't have to be high production value. It doesn't have to be text flying in and out. It doesn't have to be animated and edited. It can be a direct one-on-one communication. And those sorts of communications are very, very powerful. I've never used it, but there's a service called Bonjoro, which is a number of people in my mastermind have used it. And it's a way that you can send video through email, personal one-on-one emails. It's a link, but so you record a very simple minute-long email and you can record them very quickly and send them like one after another to your email list or how many ever people that you want to contact. And you can also just record an a video on your phone, as long as it's pretty small and pretty short, and just attach it to an email or put it in an IG story or put it on your Facebook page. There's also a great application called Marco Polo, which is free. And it's basically like a text messaging app, but it's with video. It's really fun. I'm not going to go into describing how it works. But there's a lot of different little applications that you can use to personally communicate with people via video in a very intimate way. And I'll tell a little story that when I first started the Brand Design Masters Facebook group, at the very beginning, when I was starting to share about the guild and that mastermind and it was starting up, if anyone expressed any interest, I just shot them a personalized video and asked them about their business and asked if they wanted to talk about it. And I also shot personal Facebook Messenger videos to probably the first 100 people that joined the Brand Design Masters Facebook group. And I got to tell you, so many of those people were completely blown away that they got a personal message from me when they joined this Facebook group. And that shows the power of video and the power of personal connection. Do it with someone that you get your a new prospect on LinkedIn. Shoot them an email. Make it just attach a little video. It makes whatever you're communicating go up about 4 notches in terms of gathering attention and gathering people, looking at your communication as something remarkable, something that they don't usually get. Because that's how you want to stand out, and that's how you market. You want to stand above all the 50 other emails that they got that day from people who were reaching out to try to get their business or say hello. You made a personal connection and took the effort to put yourself out there in an authentic way. And that sort of connection is what starts relationships. It starts personal connections. All right. Number 10. We are getting there. Sorry, it's really hot. It's like 90 degrees in here. Okay. Number 10, X-post, so cross-post natively. What I mean by that is when I post a video on YouTube, and I will take that same video and I will post it on LinkedIn. It has to be under 10 minutes to post natively on LinkedIn. But I send the video to rev.com. I get captions made for it, an SRT file, get captions made, and I upload the video and the captions to LinkedIn natively. So the video plays natively in LinkedIn with captions. The thing about video on LinkedIn is that I'm going to guess, but I'm going to say 80% of people who look at LinkedIn and look at the feed don't listen to the sound on the videos, they read them. So having captions are very important on video on LinkedIn. But here's the thing. Your audience on LinkedIn is going to be a very different category of viewer than you're going to get on Facebook. Period. People are on LinkedIn to do business, to make business connections, to think about business, to make their business better, to get smarter. They're on YouTube to watch car wrecks and Russian traffic jams and plane crashes. I mean, so that's a generalization, but you get my point. That by natively posting on LinkedIn, cross-posting natively, you're going to get, on every one of my videos I post on LinkedIn, I probably get an additional 500 views that I would never even have gotten because it was only on YouTube. So you can do that on Facebook. You can post natively on Facebook. You can post natively on IGTV. Taking your video and posting it natively across platforms rather than just doing a YouTube link to get people to view it through YouTube so you can gather the views and the subscribers on YouTube. Other platforms will elevate your post in search. LinkedIn does, I know, if you post natively. If you're just posting a embedded YouTube video, it won't promote it as much as it does if it's native, because everyone wants the video on their platform to be native. They don't want people to be going off of their platform. Okay, cross-post natively. Great marketing tool because it exponentially increases the number of eyeballs, the amount of attention that you're going to get on your video efforts. All right, customized landing pages. The website Unbounce says that landing pages with video convert 80% more than landing pages without video. Having a landing page, if you're doing a lead magnet PDF, or you're launching a course, or you're just doing an outreach about a product or service that you're offering, having a little quick video on there with you talking it takes away that curtain, it creates that personal connection, gives people an opportunity to get to know you, like you, hear you, experience you. And it takes marketing communication to a different level. So one of the ways that you can use video is to put it on a landing page rather than just having a picture of your downloadable lead magnet and the email box that says, give me all your information and I'll give you the PDF. Have a little message, create a little connection. They are going to convert at least 80% higher than if you didn't have it. That's why most sales pages these days for courses and products and have videos on them. Many times video testimonials, which I mentioned earlier on. Okay, and lastly, wow, we're like an hour and 33 seconds. This was almost exact. We will have time for Q&A. Okay, so, and lastly, email. Don't forget email. Email is still the most important marketing tool that there is. And people aren't expecting video on email as much as they are just emails, right? You are limited to length and size of file, but emails with videos get 20% better open rates than videos that don't have them. So if your open rates are 20%, 20% greater is 40%, right? No, 20% greater is, I can't do math. It is 25%. Right? That's 25% greater, but you get my meaning. Having video, again, in your emails, it's a very simple way to take a very low production value video from your phone, just you. It could be a higher production level video with a lot of text animations and edits and, interest and stuff like that. Infographics, something from InVideo, and to put it in an email. It will get a higher level of attention from the people that you're sending it to than just a text email with images. So don't forget email in terms of being a vehicle that you can use to take your video work to the next level. And that is what I have to share with you today in terms of how to use video. I want to mention one more time that the Brand Design Masters Facebook group is now up and running. Go to facebook.com/groups/Brand Design Masters and join. You have to answer a couple questions. Chances are you'll get in. One of the things I want to mention is that you have to be a person. You can't be an agency. You can't be a company name to join the Brand Design Masters. You have to be a person. So if you have a personal account, you can join. If you don't get in, and you have to join with a personal account. So be aware of that. But come on, join us over there. It's really pretty amazing. And there's a number of people here in the chat who are members, and chances are that's why they're here, because I announced my going live over there. If you don't get my newsletter, which comes out every couple of weeks, it's called Brand Muse, and sign up on philipvandusen.com/muse. My newsletter has been going on for now 4 years straight. And I am coming up on issue 100 of Brand Muse. And I'm going to be taking all of my muses from those 100 muses that I've published, and I'm going to be publishing a book. And it's going to be probably called 100 Muses. And I'm going to be publishing all of my brand muses in one place as an interesting little book. So keep your eyes open for that. But if you have not subscribed to my newsletter, you won't get alerted when I go live, when I launch masterminds, when I offer video courses, all that good stuff, from Brand Design Masters to Verhaal Brand Design to what I do personally. Please go to philipvandusen.com/muse and sign up and get on my list. I'd really, really appreciate it. And it will be great to have a closer, more direct connection with you. So I'll turn that off, and I'll turn my wait, do I have one more slide in here? I do. Okay, now here's the thing. I promised you a secret, right? Check this out. Okay, here's the big reveal. I saved it to the end. The Masters list. One of the things that's been happening in the Brand Design Masters Facebook group, there's 700 plus people in there now. And people want to connect on a deeper level with the other creative professionals who are in that group. And one of the things that was requested was, is there any way that we could get a list of the names, the contact information, the specializations of everybody in this group? And so I've been working with one of my mentees and one of my partners at Verhaal to develop the master's list. And what the master's list is, it is a Google Sheet that lists the name, the email address, the phone number, the years of experience, and the specializations of anyone who fills out the form. So you fill out a form on Google Forms, it populates this spreadsheet. And the more people who enter their names and their information on this spreadsheet, everyone who does enter their name on it will get access to it. And you will be able to see the specialization, names, contact information for anybody in the Brand Design Masters Facebook group who has chosen to offer up their information. And it's going to be on this Google Sheet. And so we're going to launch this in the Brand Design Masters Facebook group. And we're going to publish the form link. You can go, you can enter in your information. And over time, hundreds of people will undoubtedly enter their information onto this sheet. So if you, as a graphic designer, needed a photographer, you go onto the Google Sheet, you do a Command F, you do a find, search for the word of photography, and everybody who does photography is going to pop up. And it's going to take a little bit of, we're launching this as a trust fall. You guys know what a trust fall is, right? Where you're like doing woo-woo psychology, team building stuff, and you stand there and then you fall backwards and someone's got to catch you. That's a trust fall. So this is a trust fall because we know that there is a real possibility that this could be abused. Meaning that people could nefariously use this spreadsheet, enter in bad information or, I don't know, abuse it in some way. So we are going to be watching this thing really, really closely. And we think it is a great idea. We really want to trust and have faith in the people in the Brand Design Masters community that they are going to respect this list and use it the way it was meant to be used to help each other connect with each other and utilize each other's skill sets without having to use the feed within the group to sell themselves, promote themselves, all that sort of stuff. It gives people an opportunity to connect offline, off the Facebook group with each other to help each other's businesses and to network and get stronger and better. And so we want to facilitate that. There are other groups who are in this brand creative professional category who offer something like this, but they offer it only within their upper level paid categories, right? So only if you're a paid subscription member at a higher level that you have access to this sort of information, a documented list of people's names, contact information, skill sets, years in the business, really actionable, powerful stuff. And so we want to offer that to anybody who is in the free level, the free private Facebook group of Brand Design Masters. So that is the big announcement, the Masters list. It's going to go live within the next few days on the Brand Design Masters Facebook group. Anybody who wants to add their information, the information that is required is your name, your email, your website. No, website's not required. Name, email, your years of experience, and your specialization. You can enter your website if you have one. You can enter your phone number if you want to. I encourage people to enter all of that stuff. That's when the list is going to be the most powerful. But the things that are required are what I just mentioned. So it's going to launch in the next few days. If you're not a member of the Brand Design Masters group, please join. Please make use of this list. We're hoping it's going to be a really robust, fabulous tool for everybody. And it is a trust fall. And we are really hoping that it's going to be incredible and successful and answer the requests of everybody who's in that group. And we're super excited about it. But again, it's an experiment. And I love being the crash test dummy for doing things that, help our community and help each other and help us get better and help us get stronger and have better business and make more money, and connect with each other and build our capabilities and build our network and build the creative economy, right? And so this is going to be one of those things to do it. And so I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited to be announcing it here to you. And if you're in the Brand Design Masters Facebook group, please enter your information there. And if you're not, join the group, enter your information there. And I hope to see you in there. So that, I think, is that last slide. Yep. All right, we're turning that off. Okay, guys. It is about, where are we in the scheme of things? We're like a little more than an hour in. And let's see if we have questions. We have just a few questions. So if anyone has a question, please post it, and Joselle will post it in here. Thank you so much, everyone, for your super chats. I'm looking to see if there are any super chats that have questions attached to them. Peter super chatted me, so I'm going to answer his question first. Question: on the master's list, will there be an option to list years of experience in each creative category separately? No, there's not. And part of that just has to do with the complexity of the form. And in fact, when you fill out the form, you have to check a whole bunch of boxes. The boxes that you check of what you are, experienced in, and then on the spreadsheet, all of those things show up in one spreadsheet box. They aren't separated into different things. We're trying to figure out how to do that. But at the moment, all your skills are basically in one, long list and searchable that way. But no, we didn't have a chance to do years of experience in each thing. So sorry about that. But it's an MVP. It's a minimum viable product. We're going to try to make it better as time goes on. All right, I'm going to scoot back a little bit. Question: talk about digital signage as part of the media video ecosystem. Digital signage. If you mean outdoor, do you mean outdoor? I don't know who asked there. There wasn't a name attached to it. Outdoor is an important category. Billboards have turned digital, so they're essentially a video vehicle now. So I don't know, yes, it's part of the brand marketing, advertising, video ecosystem. I don't know what else your really question is about. And to be honest, I haven't produced video for outdoor billboards, so I'm not sure exactly what the limitations are in terms of resolution or size or scale of files or length of video, etc. And I personally find them a bit of an eyesore, but so, because you can't really turn them off. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Mari Pfeiffer asks, and here, wait, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to scroll back through here. Sorry, just scroll. Okay. There we go. Mari, there you are. There's your avatar. So when you mean explainer and instruction vids, you're talking more about the process and approach, not tutorials, correct? It could be, well, if you mean tutorials like, here's how you use Adobe Illustrator to create a logo, yeah, I don't mean tutorials. Unless your market is other creative professionals, in which case tutorials are great. But if you're using your explainer videos in order to get across to clients, yeah, doing a tutorial of how to actually hands-on do the work, how to do video editing. If you're trying to attract clients, those aren't the types of videos you do. It's more about process and approach. But that said, doing a video on video editing, it will show possible clients that you know what you're doing and how you do it. But here's the thing, you may not be gathering their eyeballs, meaning might not be a video that they're like intently wanting to watch. So the key thing to keep in mind with all of this video content stuff or video marketing stuff is that you have to make it attractive or have a problem somehow that is you're solving, or at least a question you're answering, or some sort of visibility you're giving to something the client wants to know about and is going to help affect their decision to use you or want to approach you. I hope that helps. All right. Were there any before that? I don't think so. So I'm just going to scroll through here so I can actually add them to the... Mari says, sorry, I don't like Bonjoro. I get the appeal, but someone sent me a thank you for buying a product using it, and it kind of creeped me out. I've heard that, but I've also heard the exact opposite. So I don't use Bonjoro, but a number of people who are in my personal mastermind do, and they swear by it. One guy who's actually a software developer sends out 100 at a time, and because he develops software for other web developers, they love it. And they're totally in his tribe because they get to interact with him directly and personally. All right. If there are any other questions, I'm scrolling through. Question. All right. Nope. I answered that one already. Okay. John asks, how far out does your content calendar go for creation and delivery of video content? Any comments on cost for maintaining video campaigns? There's video content, and then there's video campaigns. If you're paying to promote video, meaning you're paying to promote it on Facebook, you're buying advertising on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, that comes down to your advertising budget, how much you want to spend over what period of time, and your ROI. So what are your metrics, your analytics? What are you going to expect as a return on that investment in terms of traffic, clicks, conversions, etc.? That is really the nitty-gritty of any kind of paid advertising campaign. So what is the cost of maintaining it? I'm not really sure exactly what you mean by that. If your ROI, meaning the revenue or the brand awareness or interest or traffic that you get, doesn't support the cost of the advertising campaign, then it's not going to keep going forward. But if you are getting a return on that investment, you have to, as a company or an agency with your company, help them decide on what is the percentage that's bearable for them as a ROI for the money that they're spending on advertising. How far out does my content calendar go for creation or delivery of video content? I plan a month ahead to 5 weeks ahead. I develop 4 videos at a time, write them, record them all at the same time, have them edited, schedule them to go out over a month. So I project and develop video in a batch monthly. That's in general how I do it. Some people do it quarterly. Some people just do it every week. People who really focus on very topical content, so what's going on in the news right now, those sorts of people have a tendency to do it like every week. Most of my content is not incredibly time sensitive, so I can batch. Okay. How much content is essential before getting any attention? That's the $65,000 question, right? How much do you have to produce in order to actually get attention? There's no magic answer for that. It depends on the quality of your content, how often you produce it, how you're marketing it and promoting it, and how attractive it is to people. I wish I could tell you exactly what that is, but everybody in terms of every content creator takes a test and analyze approach. I mean, you post, you analyze, you respond, you change. It's an iterative approach of developing content. You respond to what works, You sunset what doesn't work. You can't absolutely know for certainty exactly what the results of what you do are. So I can't give you an answer very specifically on that. So anyway, you guys, the questions seem to be over. We're at about an hour 20. So I am going to tie this up. Again, if anyone has not joined the Brand Muse newsletter, there is the URL to do so. I want to thank deeply and heartfeltly Joselle Tech, who's my moderator and a partner at Verhal, and also a principal at her own branding agency, The Rolling Media, located in the Philippines. She has a YouTube channel also, which I'm going to put the link up on the page really quickly, if I can find it. Wait, here we go. There we go. If you're interested in checking out Joselle's YouTube channel, bit.ly/Joselle Tech-YouTube or YT, or on Facebook, The Rolling Media. So check her out. Very talented designer and the moderator of the Brand Design Masters Facebook group, and also the moderator of this live, and a super talented designer, and just a powerhouse of a person, I have to say. I was just telling her how much I appreciate her and how the impact she's had on my business today. So thank you, Joselle. And thank you, Michael, Joel. I really appreciate it. Muro, Peter, Hashem. Hashem will be talking soon. Hashem has asked me onto a Instagram live interview. So we're going to be doing that. Keep your eyes open for that. I'll let him post a promotion of that inside the Brand Design Masters group so people there can come. Rahul, John, Jarmello, Blake. Great to see all of you guys here. Laura, Eric, Dan. Fabulous for all you guys to show up. I really appreciate it. This has been super fun. I hope you all are staying healthy and happy, and your businesses are growing and booming, and that you are going to show up and join me in the Brand Design Masters Facebook group, and that you have, for the people in the United States, that you have a happy, safe 4th of July. And around the world, please take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. This is a very stressful period of time for all of us, physically, emotionally. Support the people that you love. Show up and be supportive of everybody in your community. We all need each other. And so I thank you deeply for joining me here today on this YouTube Live. And I hope to see you in the Brand Design Masters Facebook group. And with that, you guys have a great weekend. And thanks a lot.